So, dear family of God, you are welcome to the second part of the effect or the impact of coronavirus on the church. And today we will be talking about the impact on the church's finance, the impact on the spirituality, the impact of the evangelization work. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and clicking on the notification button. So on the finances of the church, the major source of income for the church is the daily or weekly collection of offertories. And this one is totally lost. There is no way the church is going to get that in this season. Some other means of or income, source of income include the monthly harvest, some donation, the monthly tithes, and some other donations from the church. And this one has greatly been reduced. It has really affected it. So the church is not getting this source of income again. There's some few ones coming in, but it's lost. So the church's finances has greatly been affected. But the joy is that the churches have learned to live without the constant flow of this income from the church members. Another aspect of it is that since we don't go to church, some pastors don't get the opportunity to also distort money from the church members by putting fear in them to get money from them. And it has really kept this. And I believe at the end of this virus, some church leaders or some pastors should be able to learn that there is no need to extort money from their members through putting fear in them. Although the church is not able to generate all this income again, it is still doing a lot for the society. So the church is kind to some poor people, some needy people, and to some institution. The church is trying their best in the midst of these times. And you see that some social interventions have been provided. Donations in cash and kind to certain institutions, to the society, is being given. So the church still performs the essential role of providing certain reliefs to the community. But when we talk of spirituality, what is it? Spirituality is a relationship between a person and God, a person and his neighbor, and a person and his environment. So someone will say that if this is what spirituality is all about, then we can say that the virus or the ban on church activities has not affected the spiritual life of the church or the individual, because he has ultimately a good relationship with God, a good relationship with his neighbor and his environment. But the question comes in when we are thinking about the community spiritual life. The community spiritual life. Because now we are not able to meet together as a community to pray, to have a common form or a common grounds to pray for something unique. So in Matthew chapter 18 verse 19 to 20, we are told that if 2 or 3 people have a common sense or agreement and they pray about it, the Father in heaven will hear. So he says that where 2 or 3 people are gathered in my name, I am in their midst. And not necessarily 2, but a community experience of spiritual life is greatly affected. And you and myself can bear witness to the fact that some of us take our spiritual life from the community. We live on the basis of the spiritual life of the community. So then it affects the person's spiritual life too, because some individuals depend on the church, on the community, before they will be able to build on their own spirituality. So the community spirituality, the community experience of God, the community experience of our neighbor, the community experience of the environment is lost, thereby affecting the individual's spiritual life. But the joy is that some individual church members have also developed their own spirituality based on the church's spirituality. So it has helped them live on their own. So the pray for me syndrome is gone. People will not go to their pastors again to ask for prayers from them, but they are all able to do this on their own. It gives them the opportunity to build their spiritual life independent of the community life. One aspect that is also has been improved is the domestic church. The domestic church has been able to be built on their spiritual life. So family prayer life has been improved. However, we should all admit that some family members don't have any kind of prayer form they do. So at this time, they are relaxed. They only wake up, sleep, eat, sleep. They don't pray together as a family. But we have to acknowledge that many families have acknowledged the need to pray and listen to the word of God, at least on Sundays together. And this has helped the individual, this has helped the church, the domestic church, and this has also helped the growth of the church in some way. So the spirituality of the church may have been negatively impacted and positively affected. So on the aspect of the church's life of evangelization, the virus also had some impact on it. And when we talk of evangelization, it's the promulgation of the word of God and the teachings of the church. This pandemic or the coronavirus has opened many ways for the church to propagate the word of God. So you see that the word of God has been put in audio forms, in video forms, and some pictorial flyers just to communicate the word of God. Some others too also use simple text messages to communicate the gospel. So although we are not together, the gospel within this time has been easily spread and easily accepted by many people in the world. Also, the gospel of love has been preached, has been made known. So you see that some individuals generously express love, and that is the gospel. The gospel has been preached to the needy, to the institutions, and many others. So this evangelization work has been made easily from the comfort of our homes and even the church. It has really helped us to propagate this faith of ours without gathering a large number of people. However, the face-to-face interaction with people is very important in making the word of God known. So to sum it up, we can say that coronavirus has had great impact on the church, both positive and negative. And the church would love to take side with the positive, where she has learned so much from it. It has had effect on its evangelization, its public life, its finances, its celebrations, and many others. But thanks be to God, we have learned so many things from it than the negatives. We are praying that God will heal the world from this virus, will grant us his favor at this moment. As we live on, we encourage each other to wash his hand, take the other preventive measures serious. We should wear masks to help us to avoid the spread of the virus. Don't forget to subscribe to the Holy God series channel. May God bless and keep you from this virus. Amen.